the next game for Saturday is the Commanders and Lions. A lot of people giving Commanders respect in this game, more so than I thought, because Lions have been dominant this season. They've looked amazing, but now you got people thinking like we can't really count this Commanders team out. They have fought tooth and nail through this whole season. They're 12-win team. They won 13 games this year, including the playoffs. Do they have a legit shot at this game?
No. No, 100% no. I think that realistically, this is the Detroit Lions' time to shine. I think that they are going to step in this, and I think that you are going to see a reset in this Washington Commanders team. We see this year after year after year where young teams step up and they need to get knocked down a peg. And that's just the evolution of the NFL. You need to get, reset your expectations and be like, okay, actually, you know what? We do have holes in this roster that we need to go out and fix. I could be better at doing this. Like, realistically, when we were talking preseason, we didn't like this Commanders roster at all. I mean, there's not, like, on paper, it wasn't like a whole lot that dazzled you about it. I think they're overachieving, and I think that next year, with the if they play their cards right in this offseason, they will be a whole lot better moving forward when they have pieces that they've really kind of set in and the culture set in for another year.
Yeah, listen, I think the facts are out there that Jayden Daniels is a legit quarterback in the NFL. He's the best rookie quarterback in this class, and I think people are giving him his flowers. But to say that they can compete with this Lions team this year is just just looking at the offense, because I know that everyone's questioning, can the Lions defense continue to play well enough to get them into the next and further. But you have Jared Goff playing very efficient. You have Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery's coming back this week. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta is gonna eat against this Washington defense, that middle field. No disrespect to Bobby Wagner. He's playing great, but yeah, this team is explosive on offense, especially with Ben Johnson. I don't see a team until they get to like a Baltimore. Like, what team is slowing down this offense for the Lions?
Yeah, exactly. And again, they experienced it last year with their, I don't know, come from behind loss. Like, how do you put it? They basically fell apart in the second half of that San Francisco game. But look at how they came back. They came back swinging, ready to go. These things like build teams and build cultures. And Dan Campbell has this team ready to go. And I think this is kind of, obviously, this is it for Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is going to be moving on. It's looking more and more like Aaron Glenn is going to be moving on. So this is kind of their last dance as a coaching unit. And I think that this is going to play perfectly. I think that this is Detroit's time to shine. Their offense is too good. They are banged up on the defensive side of the ball, but I think realistically they can boat race anybody.
They have gone guys. They have gone in Aaron Glenn's system, guys off the couch to play out of their mind. They had Jamal Adams off the couch who couldn't touch the field before. He was awful. He came out and he was making plays for this defense, getting sacks, making big plays within the same week that he was in the building. And he's not even on the squad anymore. That's how, like, next man up. And then who they got is Amik Robertson?
I believe so, yeah.
Who played against Justin Jefferson in high school, was like, oh, I've covered that guy. So they said, okay, well then you go cover him in this week and let's see how it goes. And he fucking locks him up. Like, everyone that they've chosen, that personnel has worked out for them and fit into the system and bought in. And they just keep on churning out good performances out of these guys. And a lot of the staple guys, other than like Aiden Hutchinson, they're still there. They're still playing well. I don't see how you could look at this team and be like, I just don't know if the defense is gonna, keep on doing. They've been doing it all season.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, the only way that they end up losing this game is, I hate to say it, Dan Campbell takes some gambles when he shouldn't take gambles. I mean, realistically, on paper, this Lions team should go out there and throttle this young Commanders team. But this Commanders team is scrappy, and we've said it last week with Dan Quinn going against Todd Bowles, and these are two guys that are not going to get intimidated. And Dan Quinn has seen a whole lot. He's been in a Super Bowl. He knows what it takes to kind of push it, and he's not going to back down. His team is not going to be afraid to keep, kind of taking hits and moving forward. If it gets to a close game in the fourth quarter, Jayden Daniels has ice in his veins, dude. I mean, we just see that he is made for clutch moments. But the only way they get there is if coaching decisions and taking unnecessary risks comes back to bite him in the butt. And we've seen that happen before with the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions right now are 10-point favorites. Picking Commanders straight up to win is plus 400. I mean, honestly, like a lot of these betting odds aren't even like standing out that great this weekend to where like, oh yeah, if I parlay 3 of these games, maybe like you won't even win that big. So I mean, if you want to play safe, I'd say Commanders plus 10 and like the over. Like I think maybe they could get some garbage time touchdowns and like cut it within 9, within 8. But I don't know. For the Commanders to really compete and have a legit shot in this game, they would have to score on every drive because that Lions offense, like I think they're rarely going to punt.
Yeah, they're going to keep it going. They're going to keep the ball rolling. And I mean, they have the horses to run it. I mean, all their guys it's just a stacked offensive unit.
All right. Well, you guys let us know who you're picking in that game.